Seems the hideaway's lost
blasted
its
book.
appetite.
Here, you put me in this situation, Clive. You can bloody well get me out of it. I need a hand with a recipe.
Are you sure it's me you're looking for? I'm not much of a cook.
I'm all the cook will be needing, thank you very much. What I want from you is a little of your time, right? Oh, and perhaps your sword. You remember Ivan's stew, right? Well, despite the look of the thing, and that awful stench, people wolf it down. So I thought I'd try making one of these supposed masterpieces myself. Had a peek at the book and gave it a go, but, well...
It wasn't as straightforward as you'd hoped. Ivan had the same problem.
Yeah, but this is my blimmin' kitchen, and I will not be outdone. So if you don't want to be seen as playing favourites, I suggest you lend me a hand.
I've never been one to play favorites. And
You...
Is a storm coming, Sid? Will there be...
Sid, perhaps you... It's... I brought my... Which one? I don't... They...
Lawsman Harpocrates. I've come to pick your brain if you don't mind.
Yeah,
Now,
well, I'm best.
Seems the hideaway's lost its appetite.
Aye, it's a dangerous world out. Come again. Or don't. I'm not much bothered either way.
Trouble with your gear, or what do you want? Anything else?
What am I gonna do?
Is everything all right, Goots? You seem more discomposed than usual.
Oh, I don't know what that means, but I'm in a bit of a muddle. Oh, I think Nan might be in trouble, and she's...
It's all right. You can tell me.
There was a trader came by. One of our usuals, like. Said he'd heard some rotten rumours about her down Dallymill Way. Folk are saying she's been selling to bandits and cutthroats and that. I mean, she's fond of a chance to make a coin or two, aye, but she'd never do business with baddies. Especially not the kind who go hurting people who haven't done out. I wanted to ask her about it myself, but I'm scared she'll give us a tongue lashing. She'd never give your tongue a lashing, though, would she?
Don't worry. Of course. Lady Karen.
No, Neil.
You're
What? No, what?
just... Well,
And what? You believe it? You think I'm profiting off the blood of it? Look, I've done things I'm not proud of. Might be that, but that woman is no more. And
you're right, Lady Karen. It was wrong of me to doubt.
No. I reckon you've got better things to do than...
Of course. I spoke that the rumors were unfounded, and that I was a fool, along with some other things. That while it sounds like she may have done things she regretted in her past.
Oh, I knew Nan wasn't caught. But why would people say she was? What did she ever do to them?
No, but people do things for all sorts of reasons.
Well, that trader, he said they were all talking about her in Dallimil. So that's where I'm going. Alf?
Are you sure that's wise? Whoever...
Oh, but that's...
I heard the Emperor was impaled on his...
We're all gonna die! You hear me?
What do you reckon we should do?
Sid!
Hard at your studies, I see. It's not a set...
No. Of course it isn't.
Well, not anymore, it's not. Oh,
And just how long hasn't...
we're so...
But we didn't break them. We dismembered them.
Just like Miss M-PDL showed us.
Miss M-PDL?
Because that's the only way to become...
Miss M-PDL said, the best way to see how something works is to take...
Well, then your work is already...
The taking apart was easy enough, but...
Speak for yourself. The heavy thing goes at the bottom. Then...
You three need to learn to take responsibility. Let's have a look at these parts with fresh... All right. Everything here was once part of... Every piece has its own role to play, and if even one of them is missing, the scales won't work. You already know one of the pieces. The body. Its role is to support everything else. This is called the arm. Why do you suppose that is? It doesn't look much like an arm.
You're right. It looks more like a wing. Like a chocobo wing!
You've ridden a chocobo before, haven't you, Sid? Will you...
I'll think about it.
Hold things. So wait, maybe this arm holds things too?
Good thinking. You're on the right track. These round parts are called the pans. You all know what a pan is, don't you?
I do. Molly uses them in the kitchens to fry bangers. But these aren't for frying bangers, you idiot. They're for weighing stuff. But what if I wanted to weigh goods? I don't think you'd fit on that little thing.
Probably not.
What are the chains for? Holding the pans up?
Well spotted. Which means something must hold the chains up in turn. This tiny piece is what's called a cogwheel, or gear. Have you ever seen one before?
I have. Miss M-PDL's dungeon is full of them. Most are on the floor.
She puts them in all her inventions. They spin round and round and round and round and...
That's right. They're very useful when you want to make things move. Do you remember if there was anything on the scales that moved?
I remember the arm moved when I tried weighing an apple, and then somebody ate it.
It's not my fault. You shouldn't have tried weighing it before lunch.
We know what part's supposed to move and how it's supposed to move. So, let's put the piece...
Not a bad idea. So, now that we've taken stock of the parts and...
I think we've got it.
Then here's what we'll do. You tell me what goes where, and I'll put the scales together.
Well, obviously you need to start with the body. All the other pieces fit onto it, don't they?
And the arms go on the body, just like real arms. Or wings. And then the arms...
Very good. All finished.
Yes! We did it!
Well, with Sid's...
Oh, I just put the pieces together.
That's right. Women...
Her head.
Yeah. Hairs.
What do you think, Sid?
With a little more help from Miss M-PDL and Miss Shirley.
You hear that?
Until then, though...
Hey, look! We never used the cogwheel.
You don't think Sid forgot about it, do you?
Did you see that? Tell me you saw that.
Is a storm coming, Sid? Will there be...
Well?
It was as you thought. The children had the scales. They dismantled them to see...
Oh, no, Mid will have my...
Thankfully she won't. Although I was the one who ended up teaching...
I'm so sorry, Sid. I shall see that the children...
Please, there's no need. She'd have them following her.
I see. Sid, do you know why Mid...
She told me it was because her studies had been interrupted by events in Canva.
No, it isn't. The university offered her a commission. In exchange for full tuition, room and board, they asked her to oversee the design of several new... To anyone else it would be an opportunity. But to Mid, who lost both her parents to war. But that should come as no surprise. She's only ever...
Which explains her... She's working to give them a better life. And so...
Ah, you've given them far more than that.
It's like a dream. The 4 of us out walking like we used to.
Enjoying this, are you? Gav and the others could be in danger as we speak.
You're right. I'm sorry. Yote is a fine scout. If Canva was attacked, she will already have begun gathering information.
Tabor isn't far. We should pick up the pace.
We can use the ruins to cross the ravine.
Assuming they would allow it, the Echoes have a will of their own.
Tell us about Yote, Joshua.
She's strong-willed, loyal, and deadly with a blade. Much like Clive, but with better manners.
You're injured. What happened here?
It swallowed.
Rest well, soldier. You said the encampment was close. Let's hope the Akashic are still there.
Another ether flood. They're everywhere now.
We can't go round it.
Then we'll just have to be careful.
Right. I got here in time. Enough!
Is someone there? Please, I can't move my leg!
That doesn't sound like an Akashic. You're with the battalion?
I am.
Taken care of. One of your brothers in arms told me what happened and asked...
Another survivor?
His wounds were too...
was right to send you. Those things you slew are no longer my brothers. Tabor is safe thanks to you. Here, you've earned it. You seem...
You must have me confused.
Wait. That scar. Son of a whore. You're Sid. I was there, in Cosnes, when you killed my brothers. I was there in Rosalith when you...
My war with Hugo Kupka is over. I bear no ill will toward those who followed him.
And what of my ill will? Coward!
Fine. If you insist.
For ties...
You're in no fit state.
And this should be easy for you.
For what? The sins of your master. You and I have no quarrel. And I will not strike a man who...
No. Lord Kupka told us of your crimes. You are an outlaw.
Man. Like you or anyone else.
I am nothing like you. Just know that...
We're nearly there.
Have you been to Tabor before?
There are a few places I haven't.
Where now, Joshua?
There is a residence just inside the city gates. She awaits us within.
Are you buying or selling? Anything else? A fine choice. Of course. Ah, not bad. Go safely.
My Lord Marquis, It is an honor. I am Yotei, Knight of the Undying, charged with the protection of His Grace Joshua Rosfield, Keeper of the Flame of the Phoenix.
Of course. It all makes sense now.
Would you care to elaborate?
The Undying are loyal servants to the ducal throne. Or more specifically, to its heir. They have served our family for generations, albeit from the shadows.
Since their inception, they have been tasked with the preservation and enactment of the rites of ancestral communion. After the events at Phoenix Gate, it was the Undying who delivered me to safety. And since the day I left Rosaria, Yotei has been my constant companion and protector. Without her sword, I would not have survived my journey across the realm.
Rise, Lady Yotei. You saved my brother. I owe you a debt I can never repay.
I but did my duty.
Come now. Tell us what you've discovered.
Your Grace. It is as you feared. The vessel we spied off the coast of the Crystalline Dominion on the night of her fall. It was the Einherjar. Beyond any doubt.
The Black Galleon.
Joshua, the Einherjar is the Royalists' flagship. What business would they have in the Dominion?
Upon learning of Waloed's involvement in recent events at Drake's Fang, I sensed the malign influence of Ultima, and bid Yotei and the Undying look into the matter.
We have reason to believe that the Black Galleon weighed anchor shortly after the fighting began, and set a course due south.
For Canva. Then it is Waloeda Knights who besiege the cities.
What is left of them, yes. And the Black Galleon sails at but one man's behest. Barnabas Tharm.
But are we truly safe here in the Agora?
The city guard have been paid, if that's what you're implying.
All the more reason for them to run.
Well, you are free to leave, Lord Minister.
Markets abandoned, warehouses aflame, blackened hulls choking every port in the capital. Canva is ruined.
The realm teeters on the brink of chaos, and all you can think about is commerce!
Forgive us. We were not aware Dhalmekia now subsisted on charity.
How dare you?
Distinguished members of the Council, you must forgive His Majesty this intrusion.
What is the meaning of this?
A trifle crowded, but I fear it will have to serve, my liege.
Very well.
My colleagues, do you not see? The King! He has come to save us from the Akashic! gift from the heavens, divine intervention, our very salvation.
And of course, if it is compensation he requires, we would be most willing to negotiate a fair price for services rendered.
Fools. Your ignorance unbecomes you.
Your Majesty, correct me if I'm wrong, but I would swear that the fiends washing the cobbles of Canva with the blood of her citizens wear the colors of Waloed. Ha! So you do not deny it. Guards, fetter them, and see our guests to the dungeons!
Enough. Pathetic creatures. That you should imagine yourselves worthy of salvation. The girl is still here, somewhere in the city, her consciousness fair dripping with her late father's hubris. A consciousness to which Mythos is inextricably bound and inexorably drawn. See that he is made welcome.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Come, Mythos. Surely the prince's light cannot have sated you.
So then, how long has Waloed been under Ultima's control?
How long indeed? Based on what we know of Barnabas's actions, I would guess some few years, mayhap more.
But to what end? What does Ultima want?
The tapestry. Show them.
By the flames.
Phoenix Gate, Drake's Breath, and now here. But what is it?
It is old, ancient, even. Naught remains of the faith it represents, save what can be gleaned from the image itself. None could tell me what the one in the apothecary meant, even the Undying. But I believe it may be the key to discerning Ultima's purpose. That figure in the center, the one beneath whom the icons congregate, that I believe to be Ultima. He is a god, or at least godlike, his very existence beyond our ken. The icons, and by extension their dominance, are meant to be his subjects, and while some, like Barnabas, have accepted this role, others have rejected it, like you, Clive, which is rather inconvenient, as it appears he needs you most of all. And gods don't like to be disobeyed.
No, I don't suppose they do.
Clive, may I tell Yote of the lake?
By all means.
Yote, I will be accompanying my brother to the Free Cities. Whilst we are afield, I would have you watch over those Clive has made his wards. Omielos delan tuisag ilith. Though well concealed, the hideaway lacks trained fighters to defend its occupants should they be discovered.
But it is my duty to...
As it has ever been my brother's duty, remember.
If that is your wish, Your Grace. But please be safe. If aught were to befall you,
You have my word.
Farewell, my lord, my lady.
We are in your debt, Yode.
Let's find our friends.
It's plain she cares for you very deeply.
And I her, which is why I had to let her go.
Unity beckons. Who among you is bold enough to heed her? Is that blade for hire, perchance?
Figuratively.
Well, a past
All right.
I eagerly await your safe.
Beneath the flood, yes.
How are those new boots treating you?
You! Finally.
Is something wrong?
At the university, the students would...
The university?
Yes,
Climb the step.
The three of them, to be precise. One each to the north, south, and east. I'm here in the hope that those carvings might shed light on a riddle I've been pondering, namely, the otherwise undocumented origins of Tabor's unique people. People quite unlike those of neighboring lands.
I can't promise I'll remember everything.
Remember what you can. I'll piece together the...
Farmers must have settled here in Tabor.
Decent quarry's been hard to find since the skies turned.
What golden plains might the wanderers have called home, I wonder?
Have you noticed the elders?
Not a scratch on them.
So it's these stones to Canva, and the rest of the boxes.
Why won't the sky go back to how it was?
No history would be complete without mention of the mother crystals. I should speak to the old scholar before I forget everything I've read.
Don't you think?
Well, scholarly sorts like him always are, aren't they?
How are those new boots treating you?
The engravings were in good repair, considering that...
Oh, what that I could have come. Don't tease me now. What did you learn of this? Let's start with the engraving to the south.
The great... that... Guardians of...
The Republic? Are you certain? These stones predate the founding of Dhalmekia by centuries.
That can't be right, then. Guardians of the Crystal, the first stones of Tabor, sacred hold thy noble blood, till ends the mother's labor. I'm pretty sure that was it.
Fascinating. It would seem the founders of this city were descendants of those fallen charged with protecting the mother crystals. But whatever could have driven the Guardians so far from their sacred charges, I wonder? The engraving to the north is next, I think.
Wanderers of the Golden Plains, lay your roots in stone. With pride recall thy noble past, and make these rocks a home. Or, I think that was it, at least.
No doubt you're right. There are vestiges of nomadic customs in Tabor its guardian roots could never account for. This is proving most enlightening. Now, for the final stone.
Children of the hunters, now tillers of the land, reap her promised blessing and give praise her gracious hand. That's all three.
And so, we add primitive farmers to Tabor's founding peoples. The final 3 engravings. 1 for each of the 3 peoples to have settled Tabor in ancient times. Guardians of the Mother Crystal, wanderers from across the plains, and last but certainly not least, little wonder it was so difficult to trace the roots of Tabor's culture. Those roots reach down through 3 distinct traditions. Nonetheless, one cannot help but wonder why this fact is not better known among scholars, given that the stones...
Too many stairs, perhaps.
Ha! Too many by far.
Thanks, girl. Old he may be, but it looks like there's still plenty of fight in him yet. Sooner it's off my hands, the better.
The bandits may be no more. Look what they've left us.
It shouldn't be too hard to find goods.
The gentlemen of the town guard.
Could be I know something more.
I found someone who says he's heard the rumours about...
Have you?
Go on.
All right. It's like I said. A wizened old crone by the name of Karen's been selling steel to whoever'll pay her price. Be they not. Says the more swords and spears she puts in people's hands, the more war being waged, the more call for swords. And who will they all turn to? Why, the good...
And you've seen this Reaper?
Aye, you'll find her right here, plying her trade...
Here in Delamil? Where exactly?
She has a stall here in the market, but if you're not the patient type, you can probably find... But it'd be a bolder man than me that braved that particular... Feeling bold, traveler? Now, if that's all...
Sorry to...
You don't think Nan's the
Not unless she's discovered the secret of how to be in two places.
Eh?
Lady Karen hasn't left the hideaway in weeks. So who has been running this stall he spoke?
Good question. I'll go and have a...
And I'll visit this storehouse on the...
All right.
You too, Goots.
You fought very bravely.
The safety of the town is in our hands.
Faster!
Time to brave the Viper's Nest.
Just you, is it? Thought I might have laid it on.
It was a fairly unconvincing tale. So...
That's die a slow death, boys. He's all yours. But that sword is mine.
Leave now, and we could pretend this didn't happen. Go on.
When the Borgwyn finds out you've killed his men, he'll have your... He only wanted that bull of a manservant, the dim one always clinging to Karen's... You weren't even supposed to be here. Who the...
What were you going to do?
The Borgwyn wanted him to get to... I was only supposed to point the lamp in the right direction once he arrived. But then you'd... Well, go on then.
You're not worth the effort. I need to find Goots.
Get your filthy paws off me!
Stop calling me Nick and stop spreading them!
Well, that will be easy enough. For they are not lies. Every last word...
Goose.
He's gonna kill... He said she had to pay in blood.
After what she did, it is only right. She ruined that loathsome harpy's very existence as a crime. Goots, was it? Only with... Run along now.
No.
No.
I don't care what she did. Promise me, or I'll...
Goots.
Enough, all of you!
But how did you?
You're a sight less clever than you think you are, the pair of you. Did you think I wouldn't know? Well, the whole thing got me thinking. Who in Dalamil might bear me a grudge? And a certain snivelling shit I ran afoul of in my fairy years came to mind. Though it was just Bogan back then, wasn't it? I thought the years might have taught you some sense. But I see you're the same pants-pissing craven you've always been. What was it we called you? Wet legs?
You bitch! Everything that happened, it was all your fault! And now you'll finally pay for what you did to me!
Goots, you...
If you want a piece of... You'll have to go through me.
Fuck.
You great... Out of the way, I can... So, you remember what you told me? An eye for an eye? Wise words, Sam. Wise words. And now, it's time to collect. Sorry to keep you waiting.
Is he...
Dead? No. But I reckon he wishes he was. It isn't easy going through life one eye short of a pair. After all, I should know.
You don't mean...
Oh, don't tell me you didn't notice. Lost it to old Wet Legs back when we were working the same routes. Said I'd stolen from his strongbox. I'd done nothing of the sort, mind. But that didn't stop him taking his little revenge. So I took some of my own. Sorry, lost everything. His coin, his clients. Oh, but he crossed a line dragging poor Goots into this. It didn't hurt you, did he?
No, Nan. Still got all my arm, but...
What if he does? First we take the other eye, then we work our way down. He'll learn his lesson soon enough. But something tells me the Wet Legs is right. Let's get you back to the hideaway. You've attracted quite enough attention already. Ta-ra, Clive.
Remind me never to cross you, Karen. Here's your...
I worried you might... Oh, as supple as a maiden's clit. Do not...
Nothing like a little unrest.
There were ghosts at the gates not days ago.
You needn't fret. The creatures are...
You heard the herald. The Emperor's dead.
Ready, go?
Faster!
Hippocrates said I should be able to find what I'm looking for somewhere nearby. Bright blue dragons and bright yellow flowers. Should be easy enough to spot. This must be our wyvern. Right. Let's get this over with. That's the wyvern's liver. Now I just need to find the herbs. Bright yellow with a heady scent. Her recipe. Better head back.
Seems the hideaway's lost its
blue. And here we have it. Fried mortress of... Ivan's offered to make sure it's fit for consumption. Well, I say...
And rightly so. Is there any higher honor than...
So...
What the crackle of the crust gives way to an almost violent richness. Yet it is the piquant kiss of the saint's bonnet that... It is a tour de force. A force of nature, even.
I think he
I can't quite tell with all that nonsense he's talking. But I reckon you might be right.
Decent. It's remarkable. Sid, might I suggest that you command a party of your finest men and women to procure a dozen blueback wyverns?
I'll give it some thought.
Nothing like a dish of cold.
I didn't mean it. I just thought I had to...
Aye, well, someone had to. Your parents certainly didn't. Reckon the both of us would be worse off. You've always been me right, and I'd have you stay that way. So don't... Why, you fine. Play the...
Thanks.
There's nothing he would...
That's as maybe. But if he'll need to start looking out for... Till then, he'll need people to watch his back.
Of course.
Stop it. I don't go...
Rutherford. Wasn't that the name of my uncle's manservant? Why would he be in Martha's... Did you see the pair that got hauled into Tyre?
Did you see that? Tell me you saw that.
Ah, I wasn't expecting you. All yours. Come again. I may have more for you.
Good girl.
Yeah!
Time to fight. No need to ride from here. No holding back. Fly, Ambrosia.
Company.
No mistakes.
Have you heard the latest from Twins?
My lord Marquis, it is you. I am Sebastian Rutherford.
Of course.
Yes, my lord.
And what was so sensitive that you couldn't put it in
I'm here at Martha's Rest, tasked with learning what I am able of the realms, and what I have learned is grim. The fall of the Mother Christ, the subsequent darkening of the heavens, has only made things worse. Akashic attacks, once unthinkable, are now... The gears of governance have ground to a halt, and without a steady hand on the tiller, the realm threatens to drift into utter chaos. Your lord uncle, however, believes there is a way to avoid this fate, and is determined to see it set in motion.
That sounds like...
It is. Hence my having enlisted the aid of several colleagues serving this...
Alas.
I have lost contact with... They are both able-bodied and trained in the sword, yet in these dark times, even that may not prove...
So you want me to... I'll need to know where they went.
One I sent to investigate the Republic. The other,
That doesn't exactly narrow it down.
Thank you, my lord. I shall pray...
It's not going to be easy finding one man in an entire republic. Let's hope someone here's seen something.
Mummy.
Cyril. How fares the search?
Well, Your Grace, my report shall be with you ere long.
Ah, yes. Yotei is otherwise engaged, at my behest.
And the duty of wardenship?
Fulfilled. For as you see, I've been reunited with my first shield.
I am Cyril, Knight of the Undying and bearer of the Burning Quill, charged with chronicling the mortal deeds of His Grace, Joshua Rosfield, Keeper of the Flame of the Phoenix, and rightful Archduke of Rosaria.
I entrusted Cyril here with overseeing the investigation into Ultima's origins. Findings from his brothers and sisters afield are delivered here to be collated and catalogued.
Just how many Undying are there?
Not nearly enough, milady. Yet we are glad to give our all in service to the Phoenix. Such is, and has ever been, our creed.
I see.
You have your associates, I have mine. But you may now think of them as ours. That won't be a problem, will it?
The Phoenix is our sun, and we but the shadows that quicken in his radiance. It is from the darkness that we serve, both him and now you. Pray accept this token. For as long as you bear it, members of our order will reveal if there is nothing further.
No. You are dismissed.
Your Grace.
To Canva, then?
We'll talk about this later. Cyril seemed very, You certainly keep strange bedfellows, Joshua.
The free city's under siege?
Let's go. Fly, Ambrosia.
Are you sure this is the right way, brother?
You deserve a rest. You're on my side, Toro. Shouldn't have messed with the leader of the pack, eh, boy?
Faster!
Orcs. Then let us be rid of them. Clive. Smoke.
Is the city fallen?
The free men are still holding their own, then.
Do we have any idea where Gav and the others might be?
There's a warehouse near the docks where we agreed to meet if there was any trouble. We should hurry. Sounds like thunder.
You're late. We're starting to think you'd stumbled off a cliff.
I seem to recall that was you, Gav.
Good to see you. Any trouble on the road?
Nothing we couldn't handle.
I knew you'd come. Is that who I think it is?
Yes.
Allow me to introduce my brother, Joshua.
Clive's told me all about you. Or even listening most of the time. Name's M-PDL, but everyone calls me Mid.
My lady.
Eh?
My boy.
Uncle Byron.
It's really you. I never thought I'd see the day.
So these Akashic are being controlled?
That's what it looked like. Empty eyes, eerie blue glow. No doubt they were turned, but silent as monks, every last one of them.
Your man here speaks true, Clive. We saw more than a few in the city. They moved in ranks with a purpose, and not of their own.
Ultima's doing.
Perhaps.
What of the city? The people.
Dead, mostly.
Mostly, but not all. A handful managed to lock themselves in their villas before the Horde arrived. Some in the Merchants' District to the west, and a few others on the far bank.
If the Akashic stumble across either hiding place, a few bolted doors won't hold them for long. We need to find them. And quickly.
What do you propose?
We split into two parties. I will make for the Merchants' District, while you look to those across the river. Mind keeping an eye on my brother?
Not at all. We find the villa and try the servants' entrance.
Understood.
And what of us?
Mid, is she fit to sail?
The ship, the Mithril engine could probably do with a few more tweaks.
Then you better work fast. Even if we do reach the survivors in time, they'll never make it to the hideaway on foot.
You leave that to me.
See that Mid doesn't get herself into trouble, would you?
Think I can manage that?
I'll keep him safe.
Looks like you stuck with me, Byron.
That's Lord Rossfield, you little gutter snipe!
Shall we then?
And you keep Clive safe.
Be careful. Both of you.
You too.
All right, Torgal. Let's find those survivors. They don't stand a chance against those things. They've been routed. They're wearing Walunda armor. That monster's here. Sounded big. Joshua and Jill must be busy. where the city's leaders gather. There may still be survivors inside. Where are they? These creatures. Ultima's reach extend this far. What the hell is going on here?
Where is your master? What does he want?
You've caused quite the commotion. But then I would expect no less from you, Muthos.
You again. I don't believe we've been introduced. You were in my family's crypt. And now you're here. With an army of Akashic thralls.
Manners, Lord Rosfield? They are men, like you and me. Albeit ones unburdened by the wills that drive our kind to madness. They are pure. They are divine.
What?
And they are all that remains in this once raucous city.
You'll pay for what you've done.
As you wish. I confess I have been very much looking forward to this. Pardon me this indulgence, Your Majesty. The vessel shall not be spoiled. I am Sleipnir of House Harvard, and you will yield. Or not. As long as you don't hold back.
Nice try. Too slow.
Forgive me if my performance seems uninspired. It is just that I expected so much more from our chosen one. Perhaps this will kindle your flame?
What now?
A gift from my liege lord's armory. Gungnir. Watch closely, Mythos. Yes! Yes!
Too slow. Actually, I wouldn't. It's over.
vessel is strong. My liege.
Clive!
You're all right.
As are you, I see.
We are, yes.
I'm sorry, but we couldn't save them.
It was over before we arrived.
Well, you did what you could. I fear we were all too late. What's wrong?
No.
Leaving so soon, Mythos?
It's the king.
Indeed. You may kneel before Barnabas Tharm, Warden of Ash and King of Waloed.
Get back.
Wild and impetuous. I expected more of the boy who bested my Lord Commander. Yet I see why my master covets you so. The power within you, Mythos. The potential.
Stop calling me Mythos.
But Mythos is everything. The cornerstone of all creation. The Lord's vessel. Your purpose.
My purpose? To surrender my mind and body to that thing. No, Your Majesty. My purpose is my own. I made a promise to my friends, to my people. And nothing is going to stand in my way.
You would allow this delusion of free will to bar your path to greatness? Truly, your volition is a cancer. One that must be excised.
Try it.
As all the rest.
Joshua!
This way! Hurry! Power beyond reckoning, and they use it as a crutch. Such a waste.
Will he be all right?
The phoenix can mend flesh, but the spirit must recover on its own. I'm afraid the rest is up to him. This place is remarkable. Outfitting it must have been no small feat. But why go to such trouble?
That beauty's belly's filled with wonders the world ain't ready for. If the guilds caught wind of what we were up to, they'd all want a piece. All right?
And how is he?
Do not blame yourself. He was barely breathing when you brought him here. We would have lost him if it were not for you.
No. Barnabas may have severed nigh every sinew in my brother's body. But he made certain the wounds were not fatal.
Nigh every sinew?
Allow me, your lordship. Don't know what I was thinking, putting you to the trouble like that.
'Tis no trouble carrying comestibles to my ailing nephew.
I know, but you've already done so much for us. Pouring your gil into the hideaway and now the ship. I don't want to take the piss.
You risked your life. And for what? Some girl you hardly know. Why'd you do it? You got mad or something?
I wouldn't go that far.
Clive!
You're awake, my boy. Oh.
All I want to do is help. And the world won't save itself. It was Sid. Your father, who taught me that.
Sounds like him.
Don't you dare do that again.
What of the Royalists?
Fucked off, the lot of them, along with the galleon. With the king on board, no doubt. The Iron Hair wouldn't sail without him. Clive. Jill didn't come back.
What do you mean?
She kept the king busy while the others dragged you out.
It's all right, Mid. Jill is fine.
The ether of her icon endures. And as long as it does, we can be certain she is alive.
We must pursue the Black Galleon. Jill will be with the king, I'm sure of it.
Well, good luck catching him, because my ship's going nowhere. It's the Mithril engine. She's got a kick like a wild chocobo and a mind to tear the hull in half.
But you have an idea.
This coming a league off. If I had his old writings...
If you had his old writings, you'd be sitting under a fuckload of rubble. The ones Otto didn't save anyway. I suppose he might still have a few pages in his stores.
We'll have to hope it's enough. Do what you can to ready the ship. I'll speak with Otto.
In your condition, you really are mad.
Perhaps. But the world really won't save itself. Right. Gav said that Otto might know something.
Let me tell you...
All right.
Them rumours Wet Legs were spreading. Might be they weren't